Phind or Find is also AI chat platform. It's actually a coding assistant. It does really good job when it comes to coding part. And I've tried it out beforehand, and I'm gonna explore more about this in this part of the video. So, it welcomes us with a very simplistic actually UI. You can see like the search bar in the bottom for weather. And then we will put extra details that I want to use Python and JS framework for this application. And then let's generate our prompt. Basically, it's gonna give me like more examples, like in terms of Python frameworks, and then it will give basically talk about Django, Flask, then Streamlit, and then you can see that basically it gives already some of the ideas already. It started generating that, kind of it gives me an idea about like the weather application, and then it gives me some examples in the JavaScript as well. And what is amazing about this is that it actually gives me also the links into about Python frameworks and basically JavaScript frameworks. And this is really fantastic because like these guys are very new, but they already has their application, their platform already has an amazing UI, and their actually models are pretty strong. So I've done it actually with Phind model, and then there is actually GPT-4 models as well. And from my perspective, like when I was specifically using for the coding part, Phind model or Find model was actually way better. So let's go into the chat history here, because like I've actually done something previously as well, so that like I could give you even more examples of how it works. So I asked it in a prompt, help me create a landing page for a coffee shop where we can make authentic coffees, best in town, make in Python, and then it gives actually ask a follow-up question about like details, what features does it have to have, like any specific or layout in mind, and I said basically let's make it in parallax, cozy, nice atmosphere, include Spotify plugin so that the users could listen to some cafe music. And then basically it started its jobs. So it started that, with the steps, how we need to build that landing page. So it's building landing page with Reflex, which is like a Python framework. It gives me the whole code, which I can run, and that's really amazing, which I can run. It has integration with Replit, which is the new IDE, kind of a competitor of PyCharm, VS Code, etc. And then if I press on run on a Replit, it will actually uh, open a new window for me. So I already have it here. So you can see it that I can actually run it directly from the IDE, the code that was generated from Phind. And then it gives me the step 2, which is about integration of Spotify with Spotify, which is basically an API for Spotify plugin. And then basically it gives also like some of the actions that you need to do in order to basically to be able to play that and then embed it. And then, as you can see, all of this could be actually run on Replit, which is like a really fantastic job by Find. And then it gives also, like, if you need further education on that, like it gives you the links on YouTube, on different about links in order to understand how that works. So let's go actually into like how these guys work. So I think right now, like, I've got like 10 prompts from ChatGPT, but I don't actually use it from GPT-4, excuse me. But I don't actually use it because I'm pretty happy with Find model when it comes to coding part. And I use it actually for learning as well, because I'm learning Python on specifically machine learning part, and I find it's really an amazing resource for that. And if you go into plans, for example, like it gives, from my perspective, like what it does better is that like it gives much faster Phind model inference. But honestly, like from my perspective, I've never experienced any kind of slowness from these guys. It's been really, really fast. But private Discord server might be nice, and it's kind of supporting these guys would be also pretty cool. But I would, if you are into coding, if you love like coding assistant, I think it is the best one